Hello, and welcome to the third episode of the I Can podcast, where I can, you can, and we can all do great things. I want to explore the topic of confidence. Does it take confidence to take action? Does it take confidence to accomplish great things? Do we have to wait around for confidence before we do something? I would have to say no. I believe that you can get confidence after you take action. I've already said that my action statement my I can statement is found in Philippians 4:13, and it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Now right there, I should have confidence in the I can statement. However, confidence will not always precede action. Sometimes we have to take action to be able to have confidence. Right now I'm getting a little bit frustrated because I'm not as far along in my gym building as I could be. I'm not as far along in this podcast journey as I could be. There's a lot of things that cause me to not be as confident as maybe I would like to be. A little bit frustrated, just transparency here. But that does not give me the excuse or the right to stop moving forward. Because we must believe that if we can, it is independent of confidence. When I started this journey of having my own gym, I wasn't confident that everything would fall into place right away. When I started this podcast, I wasn't confident that it would go out to millions and millions of people. But, however, I believe that as I go along and I see more and more people tune in and watch the I Can podcast and the episodes grow, then I will get confidence as I go. And same thing with the gym. As I go day by day and I see growth and I see some setbacks that would have worried us in the beginning, I know that if we show up and we do what we can each and every day, that I'm confident that we will grow. I'm confident that more people see these videos. The I Can podcast has been seen over 200 times in that first episode. However, on the second episode of the I Can podcast, we've only had less than 20 views. So if I look at those metrics, I would be unconfident. I'd be discouraged. I would be tempted to stop or slow down or be inactive. And it has been a little while since I did the last episode of the I Can podcast. The weather's been absolutely horrendous here in southeastern Ohio. There's been a few days where I've not been quite feeling as I should. I've got some illnesses and some setbacks, but I'm here to continue my journey on the I Can podcast. And as I go along, I will gain confidence. So right now, I just want to challenge you guys that even if you're not confident that you can accomplish what you are, or the goals that you need to accomplish, just take action. And motivation, another thing that I wanted to also talk about on this episode is motivation. What motivates you? Do you sit around waiting for motivation? Or are you somebody that enjoys the grind each and every day, getting up, going to work, or going to that thing that you're building for the future? What is it that motivates you? Some people have to have motivation. However, I believe that if we go after confidence and motivation, and we're searching and we're looking around for confidence and motivation, then we may not ever find it. So that could cause a huge bout of inactivity or slow progress. So through prayer and through steadfastness and through each and every day getting up and taking action, confidence and motivation will come from that action. Just want to ask you guys, have you taken action or used the I Can statement on accomplishing any goals? I'd like to hear about that in the comments. And I would like to have more than 20 views on this third episode of the I Can podcast, but if not, I will keep swinging. I'll keep my head down and keep fighting, and I'll believe in the I Can podcast, because I can do great things. You can do great things. Right now, I would like to maybe share a story of lacking motivation, but also being willing to fight. See, the first strongman competition that I ever did was in 2011. I was challenged by a buddy of mine when I was doing strength ministry to sign up for a strongman competition. I had no confidence, however, I took action in that. The first, we showed up that morning in Frankfort, Ohio, and the first event was log press. The log weighed 270 pounds, and I had no experience with cleaning or pressing a log, so I got it up to my hips, and the people around me were cheering me on and coaching me and trying to motivate me. And finally, I got the 270-pound log to my chest and to the pressing position, but I'd worn myself out. And then I was frustrated with that. But then the next event was Rackshaw deadlift. That Rackshaw deadlift weighed 750 pounds, or I think it was 725 pounds, but I had to deadlift it. I gave it all I gave it all I had, and I kept pushing and trying and fighting, and I didn't even break it off the ground, or so I thought, but the people around me said there was actually daylight underneath the rickshaw. I walked off after the rickshaw event because I was frustrated. I was like, man, this is hard. Third event, I had to pick up a 300-pound Atlas stone, and I picked up the 300-pound Atlas stone after wrestling with it forever, and I got it to my waist, and I was like, oh, come on, I gotta pick this up and put it on this platform. But I was only able to get to my lap. I lapped the 300-pound concrete Atlas stone, and I was encouraged, but I was also discouraged and defeated at the same time. And then the last event was an 800 pound yoke. And that 800 pound yoke, you had to take it 50 meters one way, 50 meters back, and I'd never in my life ever gotten under a yoke. And I've got a yoke in my gym now, but I got under that 800 pound yoke, and I prayed, and I said, Lord, if you want this 800 pound yoke to move, please show me, give me the strength to be able to move it. And all of a sudden, pop, it comes off the ground, and I'm like, what on earth? This is mind blowing. So then I heard the Lord say, well, is this enough, or are we going to walk with it? So I was able to pick it up, started to walk with it, and I was like, wow, I was able to do half the course. So I had 5 new events that I'd never done before in my life, and it was unbelievable. I didn't accomplish 1 feat of strength or 1 event that day, but people got around me and said, this is your first event this is your first strongman competition you've ever done? I said, absolutely. They were blown away because of how much I was able to do. See, I was discouraged, I was defeated, but because I gave it my all, people come around me and encouraged me and said, you need to do more of this. You're good at it. So I started training with Steve Slater in Lancaster, and Steve started coaching me with my form, and really poured a lot into me, and I really appreciated that. So because of that story, I want to encourage you to take action, even if you don't have confidence. To take action, even if you're not motivated to do so. And if you do that day after day after day, great things will eventually happen. Like I said, I want to hear in the comments the things that you're accomplishing. Please subscribe to this ICAN channel, this ICAN podcast, this ICAN culture changing community. And I just pray that you are doing great things. Remember, this is the ICAN podcast, where I can, you can, and we can all do great things. God bless you, and hope you're doing well.